Hello, everyone.
Yay!
Welcome to BaxGlobal Music. I am WillieP, Swadee Cop from Thailand, from Udon Thani. I'm here on episode 3 with Doe The Unknown, my special guest. Hi, Doe. How are you?
What's happening? What's good?
Man, it's so nice to see you. So nice to be with the fam again. Yeah.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Let's talk about where you're at right now. Where are you at right now? What are you doing?
So, kind of in the middle of like I don't know if you want to say like a rebranding. Kind of, I've been doing kind of the same business model, I guess you could say, with music for a long time. I've always been like really about like all the lyrical shit and like kind of like underground boom bap stuff. And I've always had like a passion for like singing like R&B type shit, like some smoother element and shit like that. But kind of like the other camps I was around really shunned me from doing that. Like they wasn't feeling it or it was soft or whatever they thought, you know what I mean? So uh I just I was sitting with one of my OG partners and he kind of broke it down to me like, why wouldn't I try that? Like nobody's ever gonna see a diamond if it's not polished. So it's like if you can sing and you can rap and you can do this and you do all that, why not do it? So it kind of put that bump in my ear. So I this whole last year, like with COVID and all that, I spent recording my new album I got coming out called Humphrey Dogart, the Casablanca Experiment. And it's like a trap soul R&B type joint. It ain't really like it's not my typical shit,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think it's purely it represents me more than any of my other stuff has. You know what I mean? So when I dropped PEPE Silvia, it was kind of like my way to kind of like give like this last bit, like this real hip hop shit for y'all. And then then I'm gonna start easing them into this other thing. And if you watch the video, you see the other guy in the video, that's this new uh persona that I got coming.
Okay. So let's talk. Let's expand on Pepe Silva for the moment.
Uh-huh.
Uh, where did that concept and where did that video and where did that song come from?
Okay, so I'm a huge fan of the show Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So
Okay.
it's a bit from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where
Oh,
the actual in the middle of the sample is from the show, and when
right.
he's talking about Pepe Silvia, yada yada yada. So it's like dude's illiterate, and he's working in the mailroom, and he keeps seeing Pennsylvania, and he thinks it's Pepe Silvia. So he creates this whole conspiracy theory thing, and then in the actual skit from the show, there is the other guy with the hat, the brim hat that shows up that's just in his head. So I thought that
Right.
that'd be a really dope way for me to kind of transition and kind of like sneak in the first glimpse of like Humphrey Dogart. So
Have you seen the Worth Kids animation video?
nah.
The Worth Kids did an animation video, and it follows your music video almost the same too, in the mailroom. And hey, where's Pepe Silva? I went up to his office and
Oh
he's
really?
not there.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, because it's a huge show. So I mean it's been on the air for like I want to say like 15 seasons, something like that. So there's a lot of fans of it, and just me and like my buddies, we would always just sit around and quote that shit all day. So it was just like my thing. Like I wanted to do something different, and I wanted to do the beat was real hip hop. So I didn't want to put like a chorus to it. Really, I just wanted to have like the whole sample going, and I just thought it was like a dope way to mix it.
So we're gonna take a minute, and we're gonna take a couple minutes, and we're actually gonna play that track
Cool.
for
And while
you
you
right
while you
now.
do that, I'm gonna go run and try to find my charger so my laptop does not die on this.
Okay. Yes, please do
Oh,
that. Go right
perfect,
ahead.
perfect
I'm gonna
timing. All
cue that up and get that going right now.
right, right on.
So let me see how I'm going to do that. I'm new to this, so please be. Go. Okay.
Nice.
We're back.
Yeah,
Somebody said we didn't have any sound out there. So
yeah, I didn't hear no sound on that. I thought it was just me.
no, it's not you. It's me too. So somehow that I was taken out. Did you remove yourself? Mute the mic. You can't mute yourself when playing music. Okay, I can't mute myself when playing music. You have to stay in the stream. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Now I got you. So shall we do that again?
Let's do it.
I mean, we got time. We
Yeah.
can be on here for a little while. Let's play that again. One more time. No, we don't want this song. We want the one there. We got sound now, everybody out there. And
Nah, no
no
sound.
sound.
Just you.
What's this?
Can you hear it? I don't hear it.
I can hear it. I can hear it on. Okay, Doe, we still don't have any music, and we still don't have any music, so there's no sound coming out. So I'm just gonna post the link in the chat, and we still need to figure that part out.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Oh, we had it worked out, but I guess not.
No worries. Like when I first got on, it was playing when you first started it, but
Yeah, that's the video. It's set up. Okay, so we'll have to work on that. That totally
no worries.
messes me up. Okay, so we touched on the PEPE SILVIA. Let's talk about the real song out there on Bandcamp.
Oh yeah. So that came along because like right when the whole COVID thing happened and they shut everything down. I got laid off of work, and like all my studios got closed down. I couldn't record nothing, and that was like literally my effort to just say like I'm not letting this shit stop me at all. And I recorded that whole song and video. I did it all on my iPhone. I just had an app on my phone. I wrapped it into that. I had a little editing feature, and I edited it, and then I put it through my iMovie and made a video out of it. And that was like, just like one of those things. Like all these people talk about, oh, we can't do nothing because this. Like, there's always a way. You know what I'm saying? Long as you're passionate about it, you always gonna find a way to make something happen. So, like, I'm actually really proud of that joint, even though it's just like something that's like a throwaway, like a free verse. You know what I mean? I can't like make no money off it because I don't own the beat or nothing. But it was like one of those things that like me and my girl still bump that one. You know what I mean? Like,
It was very heartfelt. It was very heartfelt and very. It spoke to me and spoke to a lot of people out there, I think.
Yeah. And I think that's also one of those ones that's doing a good transition of where I'm singing more. So it's like I'm trying to ease everybody into it. So it's not just like this big shock that, oh shit, what the fuck? I expect him to just be all rapidy all the time. You know what I mean? So
No, you're expanding your arsenal of tools, and it should make you um, pull in a bigger audience because in my
Yeah,
opinion, I really like your voice. I really like your delivery. I really like where you take things inside the song as far as your lyricism and your vocal range. And
right on.
when you put something together lyrically and when you rap and you sing together and you can pull it off, those are the best songs and best when you can evoke those emotions.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, I want to go back to 2009
Okay.
and back to your early days in Clap City
Oh yeah,
and
that was Clap
with
City was
Frankie
my
Fingers.
first music video. Well,
Frankie
second.
Fingers second music video.
Yeah.
Frankie Fingers is coming out with something with Temu Denko, and so I just got
Yeah,
on his.
not the same guy though.
Not the same guy. Okay.
Nah, yeah. So I was part of a group prior to 2009. I want to say 2007. I was part of a group because I'm from Fairfield, California. So we're like right in between of like San Francisco and Sacramento. We're like dead center in the middle. We're like
Okay.
45 minutes each way. So
Uh,
a town close to me also too is Napa, like Napa County. So I had some homies that like grew up. I had a homie that grew up in Napa and Fairfield. He was kind of back and forth. And we started talking and we linked up and we created like a group called Napa Flats Connected. It was like an NFC. So that's where I met Frankie Fingers, and that's what that song's on part of that album. It's on my Bandcamp. You can still get it. But yeah, Frankie Fingers, he's a dope producer, super dope. But it's not the same guy that you're talking about. Yeah.
okay. Um, and going forward, I've noticed that your production over the years, going from 2009 to 2011, and with Keep It Lit, and then 2012 with Hold On,
Mm-hmm.
that your production is getting better as you've gone along over the years.
Mm-hmm.
How have you changed your style of recording? Have you moved to modern style in the studio? Have you started doing things production yourself, or are you relying on other groups and other people? Because it seems like you went from this group to this group to this group, and then back again. And I'm
But I
how
mean
has that changed over the years?
I think as an artist, if you're not evolving, you're really like you should just give up, right? We have to always keep getting better. And I think so back then, I was with the camp called Lab Rat Productions. This was our thing, Lab Rat Productions.
That's
And
right.
my homeboy used to produce for me, so I had like an in-house producer. So we would literally sit and he'll start playing a sound, and I'd be like, I like that or I don't like that. You know what I mean? So that's how we started from there. And then just as people grew older, I started kind of branching out into doing my own stuff on my own. And I just started learning more and more about like the process of making music, like the megahertz and sound waves and how everything fits together. And it's more than just like me trying to just rap something and like just learning how to like stay in the pocket for a certain beat and stuff like that. So what I eventually had to do it is I had in-house producers, but like recently too, I started reaching out to like, beatstars.com, going on there, buying beats off there from producers, just like trying to find something with more of a modern sound, more of a sound that really got me going. Cause I think I'm the type of writer that I wouldn't say I'm a very fast writer, you know what I mean? But if I hear a beat and I get inspired, it'll write itself. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
But I'm the
Yeah.
type of like I might write a hook and then sit on it for like a week and then come back with a verse and then sit on it and then come back, you know what I mean? But in the end, like by the time I have everything done, because like I write most of my shit like in my head, like I don't really write it down. So like
Right.
what I do is when I mess up, I just start from the beginning. So when I'm writing this, it's like a process. So like
Right.
literally
Right.
I'll have like I have like a beat saved, right? And me and my girl will be driving and we'll put one on and I'll bust a hook to it. And like, okay, go to the next one. Then I'll bust a hook and a verse. Oh, I'll go to the next one. So I'll have like 6 songs being written at the same time. But it's just like depends on the vibe I'm in. And I kind of got a little ADHD. So it's like it's sometimes I get off track and I got to jump to something else. You know what I mean? So I think that my writing process and all that, it just evolved because knowing what I'm doing more and understanding, like so when sitting with my engineer, understanding like what we're doing and why we're doing things certain ways and why we're using certain sounds and melodies and how my counter melodies can go with stuff. And you know what I mean? Like trying to just be more of a musician, like we say we are, you know. I like to think of myself as like not necessarily a rapper, but like an artist. You know what I mean? Like, all right,
Exactly.
I'll write a reggaeton song, I'll write a country song, I'll write a rock song, you know what I mean? I'll write what if I'm feeling that, I'm gonna write it, you know. And I think one of the things that made me get better is I've never been scared to try something. You know what I mean? Like I quote a quote from Jay-Z is like, all you gotta do is be right once. Like who gives a fuck if you fail? You know, only failure is the one you do and you don't learn from. You know, like I want to fail so that I get better and I know not to do that next time. You know what I mean?
So the one video and the one thing that hit me listening to it again. I remember when you came out with it, and I remember when you were talking about it. I do believe you were on the Axis Up podcast and talking about it. Was the clam chowder beat, the clam chowder free verse challenge?
Oh, the crawfish challenge. Yeah, crawfish challenge, right?
Crawfish challenge. Yeah, that's it. Crawfish challenge. What did I say?
You said clam chowder. Hey, it's okay. We all about the clam, baby. We clam all day.
Right. That's the next thing. Yeah, you can explain the clam thing too. Yeah, clam up or
So
I want to know about that too. But
so the crawfish challenge is one of those things. There was this artist called named Millie's. He's from New York, and he just had this little challenge going on where he put out a beat and wanted people to bust their best shit to it. So that's literally another one where I filmed that whole video just in one location on my iPhone and edited all on iMovie. And I recorded the whole verse, everything, because that was during the same time. I did that right around the same time as I recorded Real. So it was like the same process. Just like I wasn't letting nothing slow me down. Like my creativity had to come out. So it was just another way to do that.
That song talks about your family. It talks about your early life career. How's your family been, you know, with having kids and, you know, with Kobe and trying to keep your career balanced? And are they traveling with you now? Or are they
nah. So I recently went through a divorce. So you know, I had to go through the whole split custody. So a lot of people really think that COVID was like a bad thing. To me, it was kind of a blessing because my kids were I live in Sacramento. My kids live like 45 minutes away. So they live with their mom, but I get them every other week. But with them going back to school, it limits me to be able to get them because I can't go to work and still take them to school and all that in Sacramento when they're all the way out there. So I can only get them like on weekends. But with COVID, because the kids were homeschooling, I got to have like the whole summer, the whole year. I got to spend with my kids every other week. You know what I mean? And then when I wasn't with them, I got to travel to go to LA to work with this producer named Justin Depew and work on my R&B album. And, you know, it's just really been like, I really felt like I made the most out of it. Like I didn't let it like stop me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the kids are good, man. Like they fucking like, honestly, this new shit I'm doing, I got a 15-year-old daughter. And I guess you could say I got a 12, 13-year-old stepdaughter is running around here somewhere. And they actually like my music now and like want to know the lyrics and they sing the songs. You know what I mean? Like when I was doing all the there's a difference. Like what I try to tell people all the time is like the rap and shit, like the lyrics is dope, right? I'm a lyricist. I love lyrics. But the thing that does for an artist is all it gets me is other rappers because people that don't understand the craft don't give a fuck that you said 12 words in a row that rhymed. You know what I mean? All they care is that, the beat's cool, or you know what I mean? Like that's all they care about. So I think that when I first started doing this and I played it to my daughters, like they was like, oh, dad, like, oh, like you know what I mean? So like I knew I was on something because I mean I'm older, but I'm 41. And for me to be able to still relate to a 15-year-old and her friends and them like the music and enough so that they're listening to it and writing down the lyrics so they know the words, so they can rap it and stuff like that kind of like stuck out to me. And like you said, it opens up so much more for me. Like where I would try to get booked on shows and they'd be all good and they go, oh, what kind of music you do? Oh, I do hip hop. Oh, no, we're cool. No, you know, what do you mean? No, we're cool. So now it's like, I do, it's R&B. oh, sweet, okay, cool. And then I can still throw the rap shit in there. You know what I mean?
Right,
Because
right, right.
it's all hand in hand. But yeah,
So
the family's doing good, man. I met a beautiful, beautiful, awesome woman that just got my back more than anyone in my life. And you know, she rides with me, she travels with me, she sits with me for 15 hours in the studio. You know what I'm saying? She researches stuff. She makes all my she has a t-shirt company. She makes all of my merch. So it's like I went from having like a wife that wanted me to give her a kingdom to like a woman that wants me to help me build a kingdom. You know what I mean? And it's a big difference because
right.
it's somebody just sitting there wanting and not doing. And then my girl now, she's like, okay, what can we do to get further? What can we do to get your album out? What can we do to do this? How can I help? You know what I'm saying? So
Right. So having people around you has made a complete difference in your
oh
career.
man, I think it does for everybody. You know what I mean? Because depending on who you're around can influence your choices. Like I could have been around here's the craziest thing. Like I'll be around like some cats I grew up with, whatever, and I do the singing shit, and they're like, ugh, that shit's whack. You're soft. You're soft. Then I'll be around some real gangsters, like killers, and they're like, ugh, do that shit, dog. Sing that, you know. So I'm like, whoa, why? Like in a sense, it's like people, especially people that I grew up with, get intimidated, and I don't know if it's intimidation or it's like such a shock that ooh, you can't. Now you're trying to do that too, that they want to just shit on it. You know what I'm saying? So then it's like when the real ones, like dudes that you know as hitters, is like, nah, bro, they're playing my shit and asking for copies. Like, okay, we on to
Well,
something.
if you can incorporate all three elements, the singing, the rapping, and the lyricist, and produce a dope product, nobody's going to say anything.
Yeah,
Nobody's going to have any dumping on it at all. It's all going to be praise that, oh, why didn't he pull this out and do this before? Why didn't he think about this before?
mm-hmm.
How come it's taken this long for him to do that?
Yeah.
But I think it's a part of your growing process and the experience that you went through and everything that you've been through in the past to get to this point in your life to be able to see those avenues and see that you have a lane to move through, not just one dimensional. So now
Yeah.
you branch in two or three dimensions.
Yeah,
So
you gotta have. I mean, it's a business, right? And
right.
if your business model ain't working, why are you gonna keep doing the same thing? You gotta find different lanes. Excuse me. You gotta find different lanes, different avenues, and whatnot.
I think for me the starting point of this was probably around the
Nice.
Burn It Down album
Mm-hmm.
because the Burn It Down song, and you know when you started when the clam and at the end in the hook in the chorus, I wanted to play the live version of that song because I think you kill it. I
Right
think
on.
that it's so dope the live version that you have that it's just a killer take on it,
Right on.
and that for me showed your ability and showed your talent and showed the direction that you're moving in, even though it was towards the end of last year,
Mm-hmm.
2020, when it was released. Yeah.
Yeah.
That showed progression to me where you've taken yourself to the next level. And the song also, out of my mind.
Uh-huh.
Those two songs I thought was just, just started the jump off for me.
Yeah. So out of my mind, is like super old. That's like the first attempt I did at the whole trying to put some more singing into it. You know what I mean? And then the Burn It Down. I mean, just the video alone was just awesome to film, just because, just everybody that was there. You know what I mean? Like Rocco was able to be there, and you know people that were originally down with the movement. They got me in the movement. You know what I mean? Like my whole family was there. Like everybody. Trilo. That was at Trilo's garage. You know what I'm saying? So we was all there. It like that video still brings like a lot of nostalgia to me, just because like that was a time when like everybody was together, and it was like there was no nothing. We was all just like, it didn't matter what the fuck was going on. We were just all rocking together, you know. So
Yeah, there's a lot of OG Battle Axe warriors in the video, and
mhm.
let's talk about Battle Axe Global. How's everything going with that for you? How are you?
Good. I mean,
Been a
so
solid.
Yeah,
You got
we started up a division in Sacramento. We had it going for a while. I was they had me as a gold patch. It wasn't, I kind of didn't really ask for it, but like, you know, it kind of they needed some leadership. Um, then with just kind of with the COVID stuff, and then with my whole divorce, like I kind of like had to step back, you know, from being like super active. I've always been down, but I had to like step back from like doing the whole meetings and like, you know, I just, you know, I can't babysit grown men, you know what I mean? So it kind of turned into that a little bit for me. So I took a step back, and then me and Rocco talked about it, and we just kind of decided that I would be better to represent kind of just like as a nomad, and like kind of be more down with Trilo and them, because that's who originally got me in, you know what I mean? So I don't really have a division per se. Besides, like I go to meetings in Garnerville and whatnot, but I'm pretty much just like a nomad, you know what I mean? Just out repping, because like the thing that did it for me is we had a show in Utah, and this is when Mad Child was still part of the movement. We had a show in Utah, and we were supposed to open for Mad Child, and his visa got revoked, and he couldn't come to the show. But we're already halfway to Utah, already booked our hotel, everything. Like, it couldn't get money back. So I'm out there, and I'm fresh into Battle Axe, don't really know much about it. And we got on Facebook, and we reached out to some Utah Battle Axe members, and they literally came, picked us up, took us around town, took us to open mics. We sold all of our merch that we had, came back and chilled with us, showed us a really good time. And like we turned something that could have been just a big flop into something that turned out to be profitable. And I made some super cool friends and connections, you know what I'm saying? And that's what sold me on Battle Axe. And then after that, when I went on tour with Adlib, is when we went around the country, and I just, everywhere we went, man, it was like, anytime I saw, you know, the Axes, like, it was love, like no matter what, anything I needed, like, it wasn't like I was no outcast or no weirdo or nothing like that. It was all straight love. So that sold me on it, because I saw that, like, even big artists like Demrick, when Demrick was down, and me and B3 the Shark, we were at a show. We went to one of his shows in Sacramento, and we're just in the crowd rocking our Battle Axe shit. Just we're the only two Battle Axe cats there. And he sees us, after he comes off stage, sees us, comes up to us, says, "What's up, y'all the family?" Blah, blah. Comes and kicks it with us. I mean, we could have robbed him. He didn't know nothing about us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, right.
We came outside, kicked it with us, showed us hella love. I ended up getting a feature from him. We worked out business, had made a connection. You know what I mean? So it's like, that has always been like the dopest part about it. Like, I've never tried to use Battle Axe to like make me get further. Like, I've never tried to be like, oh, you know, you guys got to push my shit because you're Battle Axe. You know, I've never been if you want to rock with it, you're down. But I'm gonna rock with everybody. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do what I do. But like, I see a lot of cats, they try to like get in just because they think it's gonna give them some kind of boost. And to me, that's just the wrong way. It's like, that's the same like way when you see dudes that jockey to be a division leader, or jockey to be a position because they have to have some kind of worth. Like, man, like, if you just be down, like, what you need to have, what you got to be a boss for. Like, a real boss doesn't want to be a boss. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? The dudes that try hella hard are the dudes that make the wrong decisions, man. You know what I mean? And that's just the way I've always felt about it. So it's like, if you're solid with me, I'm solid with you. And that's what I've always gotten from like Rocco. Like, every time I've hung out with him, been around him, super solid, like the coolest dude, you know what I mean? Like, took care of me, like, buys all my merch. Anytime like, even if I make a new shirt just for me, Rocco's hitting me up to send him one, you know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, he's like, yo, send me one right now, you know? So it's like, I can't deny that love. So like, I'll always be a part, you know what I mean? I'll always be a part.
I came to Battle Axe because of Rocco and his vision and how he saw it, and that's it. And everybody else that was in it was just, you know, that's just the bonus of family that was there for me. I had no desire to be anything other than what I am, and I had no agenda, and I still have no agenda other than Rocco's vision.
And that's why you're solid, though. That's why we respect you, Willie, because, you know, we see that. You know what I'm saying?
So that's where I want to build the Battle Axe Global Network, and how we go from there is with solid people that, you know, are down with building themselves with us helping them and supporting you
Yeah.
as an artist the way it should be, not people using us as a coattail or
Yeah.
working around us or through us or making money off of us. I mean, hell, we can all make money together. We can
Exactly.
all do things together and push our agenda together. There's no sense of, it's collaboration over competition. So
Yeah. A
that being said,
perfect example of that is Micah, man. You know,
yeah, Michael.
I didn't know Micah from nobody, and then I got the message about the whole grind mode thing to holler at Micah. And me and Micah have already built a solid relationship to where like that dude's solid, man. Like I fuck with him.
Yeah, right.
Anytime I'm out there, I'm hitting him. You know what I'm saying? So
Give a nice shout out to Mr. East from our X Mode
yay.
podcast, yeah, and YT Rhymes, yeah, those two are hitting the show hard, and they're
Hell
doing
yeah.
great things in promoting our brand and our name, and getting the artists out there. Yeah, Micah is a solid dude. We'll give him a shout out. And
Yeah.
Wild East Entertainment
Hell
and
yeah.
Grindmode Cypher and AOK and Lingo. Yeah, they're doing great things, and
yeah, we got some shit. We got some shit in the work with them too. So me and AOK been talking about setting up a cipher out here in Sacramento too. So
that would be awesome. Yeah, because you're not far away, only 45 minutes, right?
Yeah, well, no, he's in LA, so we like
In LA,
we like 5
okay.
hours, 6 hours away.
Oh, that's further, but still, yeah.
Yep.
The last thing I was gonna.
You want to talk about the clam thing?
The clam thing, yeah, we can talk about the clam. Story, yeah. Everybody wants it. That's the question, yeah. Where did that come from? How did that?
So it's hilarious. So like artists have catchphrases and whatnot, So it literally was myself and B3 the Shark. We were just fucking around. And we just clam this and just saying it. And then we said it on stage, and then the fans said it. And then we said it in songs, and people started saying it, and then it just evolved to where like now we've created a thing about it where it stands for contagious lyrics and melody. Clam, contagious lyrics and melody. And then so we got merch for it and everything too. We got the gas station hoodies that got the clam on the back, and my girl made me clam socks and shit. You know what I mean? But like we're literally like, it's just like one of those things. It's like how Smurfs say Smurf, right? We use it for everything. It could be about money. It could be about a chick. It could be whatever. You know what I mean? So it's just like when you're happy, it's like, oh hell yeah, clam, like you know what I mean? And it was a joke, and then it just took off. And so then we was like, well, if let's just keep it. So then when like people are like, where did this come from? We could just say it's a fucking joke, like fuck, it's just our thing, like it just goes to show you that. Like you can make anything popping if you just put the right energy to it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so is that how cacti became?
So the same way the cacti started is how clam. You basically saw the birth of the new thing. Every time I'm ever around the cactus, we're doing the cacti. Yeah, and that was because that's
like you doing shots of tequila now.
Yeah. So we was I just came back from we took like 4 or 5 days. We went to LA, and my boy Hiway and we recorded 2 new songs with my man Justin in LA, and then we drove to Arizona and we shot a video with this up and coming artist named Merkham's, and dude's on fire right now. And so that's where we got to Arizona, and we ain't really seen too much cactus in our lives. So we're mad excited to see cacti, bro. So it just turned into a thing, So that was it. And then the crazy part about it too is while we were shooting the video, there was actual sandstorm and lightning storms happening. So like when we get the footage back, you're actually gonna see like no special effect, like Mother Nature like kicked in and gave us some like priceless shit,
Hell yeah, that's the way it is. You can't those things you can't buy. That type of thing you can't buy.
Nah, it was dope too. Like it was a little scary. A little scary. I've never been in a full on sandstorm, but it was like 111 degrees, 112 degrees sandstorm with light rain and lightning, bro. So I was like, should we be outside right now? But we make it happen. We're all about like getting shit done. So that song should be coming out pretty soon. We probably drop that video in about October.
So let's talk about gas station.
Mm-hmm.
Is gas station going to be putting anything more out other than what we have now?
So we're in the works of putting together like a group album. Um, I want to say we're like about 11, 12 songs in, but we want to get like a good bunch of them and then pick 12. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, it's a little difficult just because we're all in different places. You know, I'm in Sacramento. Myself and That's Dope. We're in Sacramento. Hiway is in Humboldt County, which is 5 hours from here, and then B3 is in Washington, which is fucking 10 hours from here. So it's
Cool.
kind of so what we have to be basically what we do is like I'll come up with a hook and a beat, and I'll write a hook and put my verse on it and then send it to them, and then they'll all write to it. So it's kind
Right.
of a slow process. We're all kind of getting frustrated with the slowness of it, you know, just because we all like to produce shit. But I think you can. I'll probably say within the next year we'll have at least a couple singles out, and then we'll see about a full album. But we've been rocking together. I mean, that's the whole gas station started because we just met each other touring. Like none of us knew each other, and we were just go different places, and we were all on the same shows. So we just became friends, and then started just hooking up after that. And we all just kind of clicked because we had the same like drive, sense of humor, I guess. So and then it just turned. Then we decided to turn it into something, and them dudes is like my best friends, man. Like that's who I call whenever I need anything, So
Right on. Right on. Um, I didn't realize that Hiway has been a part of your group for a long time. He's just now trying to break out, and like you said, you did the music video with him. Is there any more collabs coming up with him in the future?
Yeah, him and I have we got like 4 singles coming. Doing a little bit more towards like it's introducing me getting into like a little more that singy shit, like a little more like radio quality, like club banger type songs. So we just recorded 2 new ones in LA, and we have 2 of them already ready. And then him and I also have the collab that we just did with Merkham's, and I'm singing on the chorus. So I'm planning on releasing those before the Humphrey album, just as a little transition. So that, like I said, I don't want to just shock people into just me just doing all the ooh yeahs and shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we got some shit coming. We don't have a title for them. We're just gonna release them as singles.
So we got one of those is Pick and Roll, right?
Yeah, that's on Hiway's album, Damaged Goods.
Oh, that's on it.
And we got a video. That's on his album, Damaged Goods. So that album too is Hiway has a feature with Tech Nine, Top Floor, and we all went to Kansas City during COVID and shot a video with Tech Nine.
How was that experience working with Strange Music?
Man, dude, you would think that for dude being like a goat, that he would have a big head, but he's like the most humble, down to earth, coolest dude. Like he didn't Hollywood us at all. He didn't big time us at all. You know what I'm saying? He was
Right.
like upset when he messed up his lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Like he was super professional, hella cool dude. Just like it was a great experience. You know what I mean? Like he fucking reached out to all of us afterwards and shit, and follows us on Instagram and whatnot. And so he's like kind of said, I'm gonna watch y'all. He's like, hell yeah, keep please. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. It was a really good experience. But Hiway's whole album, that whole Damaged Good album, is fucking fire, man. It's like a classic.
So as we move forward in your R&B direction, and not leaving the rap part in the past, who's somebody that you want to do a feature with or work with as far as your list, as far as your career? Where do you see yourself? Where would you like to be? Who would you like to work with? Who would be somebody that would be completely, you've got many types of styles that you would like to do if you're feeling it. If you feel this version or this genre, you'll do it. If you feel this genre, you do it. Now with you singing and doing R&B, that opens up a whole new list of people that you could like do a feature with.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to do like something with like Bryson Tiller or even like one of my favorite artists is Royce the 5'9". Like that'd be amazing opportunity to work with him or something like that. Of course, I want to do a song with Tech. Okay, I want to do a song with Tech too. All right. So we're gonna try to get that in the works. But yeah, man, like there's a lot, bro. I'm really open to whatever. I just want to work. I just want to make music like that. Like I'm trying to literally, I'm getting there. I'm close, but get to the point where I don't have to work a 9 to 5 anymore, and I can just put 40 hours a week into music and still support my family the same way I do now, and still be able to take care of all the bills and all the situations. I'll be a happy man. You know what I'm saying?
Right on. So now that Kobe is winding down, what is on the works for Doe The Unknown? I see that you've got a show in September booked with G Life, George
Yep.
McDonald out there.
G Live.
G Life. And
so yeah, we're trying to do some short mini tours. Trying to work on some stuff. G Life is like the first one I got going, and then I'm gonna be booking one out in my area, bringing him out. Like we're kind of like doing like a favor for a favor. You book me, I book you type of shit, and then just going from there. Like we got a bunch of places we're trying to book. I know Rocco's talking about once everything opens up, trying to get us to come out to Canada. So I'm always down with that. I'm trying
coast to coast tour. So.
Yeah,
hope coming to work.
Yeah, I'm still down. I'm trying to do anything.
Hell, if it comes down to it, we can get. We still have the October meeting coming up here in Thailand. Whether or not it's going to be pushed back to next year or not, but
I would love.
Come on out! Come on out! Come on out!
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! I'll be down for real, man. I like that. I honestly just want to get away from where I'm at. You know what I mean? Because it's like I can go anywhere else and get love, and come here and get no love. It's like nobody's gonna show me love here until I blow up somewhere else. Then they'll be like, "Oh, he's from here." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
So I'm trying to get out, man. I'm trying to go. I'm trying to be, let the world hear it. And really, especially with this new album. I've learned a lot over this whole COVID. I took a couple business classes and stuff about just marketing, trying to get better with that because, there's only, I want to say 85% of this shit is the business and only, the rest is the music. You know what I mean? Like the music's a small part of it. It don't matter how dope your song is. You could have a whack ass song. If you market it right, it's going to blow up. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm trying to get that game down.
That's the 360 part of the career, yeah. The business aspect of it that nobody sees from the behind. If you can do all that yourself and not have to incorporate other people, you're on top of the game yourself. But having the right people around you to help you push these things and to get the work done, because you can't do everything by yourself. But to have the right people around makes a complete difference.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about it too is with social media, we have all these tools that big corporations have. You know what I mean? Like that, I don't think a lot of artists realize that like these people really use these tools like on social media for marketing to overthrow fucking governments. So why can't we use it to blow up our albums? Why can't we use it to, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's something I learned. I'm trying to like really capture that, like get on this whole algorithm game and just promoting it the right way.
Absolutely. Okay, for BaxGlobal Music today, we've had a special guest, Doe The Unknown, out there in Fairfield, California. He's got his new album coming out. Please give me a shout out. The new album, what's it called?
Humphrey Dogart, The Casablanca Experiment.
And when are you planning on having that out? Coming
probably around October. Yeah, probably around the fall. I'm in the process of mastering and mixing and mastering right now. So as soon as that gets done, but then in between, I got singles coming through.
Right. You got the singles for Hiway. Doe, go ahead and is there anybody you want to give a shout out to as we close out our day?
Hey, shout out to the whole fam. to all the fucking, Battleborn Battle Axe in this bitch. My man Micah, my Big Rock. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole gas station family. Hey, that's dope. B3, Hiway. Shouts out to my baby, Fanny Annie's Teas and Things. If you want to get some merch, hit her up. She's on Facebook. Yeah, man. And other than that, like, let's keep pushing. Battle Axe all day. Global.
Hell yeah. Well, I want to
thank you for having me, Willie.
Thank you for joining me. This is my first interview ever. I've never done this before.
Oh,
this
really?
Is
on the first. I popped your cherry?
Yes, you popped my cherry on the first. Yeah. This is the first time I've ever done this. Yeah.
Yes.
All this. This has been this.
Popping cherries.
It's one of those things. It's one of those things when you reach a certain age, there's the first time for things, the first things to do, the first experience becomes less and less and less. This is one of those first times, first experience things all over again. So when you get to be my age, I'm 52, yeah. So when you get to be that age, things you don't get those firsts anymore, yeah. So when you get one of those, it's kind of, you get that nervous energy again. You get that all that, and then something happens, or you try to do everything correctly or right. Well, not everything goes as planned, but it's one of those the first.
Yeah,
and
you know what I mean.
So, I want to thank you so much for joining me and for being here, and I wish you the best of luck in everything you do. And hell, I'll send you a couple beats and see if we can get you on some features and tracks with us too.
Yeah, for sure, man. Anytime, bro. All day.
So, okay, global family, this has been episode 3 with Doe The Unknown, and peace out. And thank you for everybody joining, and thank you for Rocco and East Van Ware and Tattoo Company, our sponsor for today's show, and Battle Axe Global Music and the Battle Axe Global Network, and we're pushing Battle Axe Global all day. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We're out.
Clear.